Hey everybody, it's Mark, and today I want to talk about the song The Evil Machine Is Broken. It's the title track from my latest album, and a song that kind of came out of nowhere. Years ago, I wrote a few songs for Joss Whedon's Evil League of Evil competition, and ended up winning. He put one of the songs on the DVD release for Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. And for me, this was huge. I mean, I was a big fan of his, and it was amazing to have that happen. It was a ton of fun to write songs about being a villain, so I wanted to take another stab at it. Now, unlike the previous songs, for this one, I wanted something heavy. And I had this riff I'd been playing around with for a while. I used to play a lot more metal, and I was thinking it would be a great background for a song about taking over the world. More than that, though, I wanted it to be kind of a threat, a moment where people should be cowering in fear, and then something goes wrong. And the name just kind of jumped out at me, The Evil Machine Is Broken. It's one of those songs that kind of wrote itself. It was only about an hour or so from when I started the lyrics to when it was finished. And for me, that is not usual. It usually takes me a lot of time to write lyrics for a song. For this one, I spent more time just picking out the synth sound for the little lead parts in between the verses. And the production on the song was actually spread out over a long time. When I first recorded it, it was just guitar, drums, and bass, and it was fine. But over time, as I began to use more keyboards and synths as layers in my other songs, I came back to it and I started adding in some here and there. One of the things that really added a lot to the song was the keyboard sound that replaces the heavy guitar in the verses. Before I had that, it was just kind of driving the whole time. But once I took out the heavy guitars for the verse, the whole song had a much better flow to it. And then the intro as well was also an afterthought. When I was putting together the order for the album, it seemed to fit really well to have this song first, but I didn't like how it felt to start off with the driving guitars. So I thought about doing kind of an orchestral little intro, but the idea popped into my head to try out an 8-bit sound. And once I loaded up all of the keyboards for that and tried it, I really liked how it worked. It's got this sort of digital throwback vibe, but it swells into the song, so the start of the song doesn't seem so abrupt. So I ended up using that idea for the orchestral part for the reprise at the end of the album, and I think they bookend the record really nicely. It's also one of the few kind of silly songs on the record, which I was a little hesitant about, and I almost didn't include it, which seems strange now considering it's the title track for the album. But I couldn't set it aside. I'm still a little torn. For some people, it will be amazing, and for some people, it'll kind of turn them off pretty quickly. Overall, though, I feel like this song really sums up my songwriting at the time for when it was written. And that's kind of where the song came from. If you have any questions about this song or any of the other stuff, just put them down in the comments. And next time I'll talk about the second song on the album called Will You Be Forgotten. Until then, take it easy, everybody.